Hey, it's Chuck here back with Milton Daily Homes Monday, and as expected, things are starting to pick up. We got 15 listings today. Before we do that, I just wanted to thank the people who braved the snowstorm and came out for our class. So Mubashir and Sam and Rhonda and Mike and Lisa and Paul and Robin and Yvette, it was great to meet you all, and Jesse as well. I know he had to leave about halfway through the class. I know there's a lot of people that booked that weren't able to attend, so we're going to have a class based on that kind of demand, probably in the next 2 to 4 weeks. So I'll keep you posted with that. But let's get right to today's list. It's a real nice list. And so the first one up is 250 Saytalk number 4, and it's at 244.9, and it's a 4-bedroom condo townhouse. The fees are $351, which are a little bit higher than some of the other complexes. Now, you have to balance that off against the price and say, what's my monthly carrying cost going to be? And so it looks like it's been renoed. It actually looks better than the reno that sold in like one day for $244. I think it was on Child's. And so there you go. It's very, very nice looking. The added benefit of the 4th bedroom and the finished basement too. And you've got some good privacy here too. Most of the time when the school is busy is when you're actually at work. So I'm a big fan of this one. I like it a lot. It's a great way to start a Monday. And Gollins is the next one at $359, and it's a 4-bedroom, 3-washroom. And so you come in the front door, this is what you see, and then you walk through, and then you've got the kitchen and then an eat-in area. Actually, that's a family room just over here, pardon me. So there's the family room just past the stairs, and then you've got the kitchen, and there's a good shot of how it interacts. You can see the red family room, then you've got almost a pass-through window here. So it's about 1,800 square feet, and it's not bad, but here's the thing. I look at the next one here on Holloway, and first of all, Holloway maybe is a little bit busier because you've got Main Street that's coming across, but it's all farm field here, and I believe the plan for this, don't quote me on this, but I believe that they're really going to keep this as more of a rural area. So Holloway would look over onto that, and as we see Tremaine as the exit's going to be built for Tremaine, we're going to see more traffic coming along Main Street here. So now what I do like, this home is 1,700 square feet. It's the same price. It's at $359. The upgrades in my eyes, and the builder Heathwood builds a better home. That's just the bottom line. Hardwood floors here, granite countertops, great looking kitchen, and here's a big thing too, is the 8-foot ceiling. On the other one, this one has a 9-foot ceiling, and it makes a huge difference. So this one looks really nice inside, very, very beautiful. And you know, I'm feeling this one more than the other one. I can see the value from both, but I just think that this one has a better combination of stuff. Now Ferguson is at 368.9. And again, we had a battle there, and now we've got another little battle. So this one and the next one are actually the same model. So we'll judge each of them on their merits. I hate the word judge, by the way. So we're going to evaluate. And so in the kitchen here, you've got undermounted cabinets. You got a ceramic backsplash. Kind of a closed off. You either love this model or you don't. That's the front room right there. And what you would see if the mirror was at a different angle is there's a dining room where the cameraman is probably sitting. That's the family room. The pictures are not that great in here. It doesn't really show you much about the house. And it kind of has a pinkish tone to it. And overall, I would say that this one, the price is pretty good. I think it's fair. 1717 square feet. It's a Mattamy home. It's a semi-detached. Now here's the other one here on Shepherd. So same thing, 1717 square feet, 3-bedroom, semi-detached. And so this one's a little bit more. It's about $6,000 more. And when you look at it, they've spent some money on the front here. There's a pie-shaped lot, so it's 70 feet across the back. So that's, in my eyes, outstanding. I think that's amazing. Hardwood floors, hardwood staircase. There's that front room that I was saying that if you look through the mirror, you'd see it. That's where it is. And then you've got the kitchen here with the same thing, with the angled off, and you've got an eat-in area, 2 pass-through windows. Even the kitchen on this one looks slightly better. And it looks like they've got a carpet with hardwood underneath and the fireplace as well. and then the bedrooms upstairs. So much better presentation. The pictures are much stronger on this one, and look at that, you're getting a nice big chunk of land there. So there you go. I'm a big fan of this one. For 6,000 more, I think this one's even more than 10,000 better than the other one, and it's likely going to sell first. They're looking for a possession of April. Now Bronte Street South is, I'll show you where that is. So it's right here. It's on the corner here of King and Bronte. And my favorite little place here, the little love shop, the adult novelty store with adjoining tattoo parlor, is a little bit down the road. So it's close enough you don't see it right in front of your front door like those two semis, but it's around if that's your thing. So this is a 1920s home. It looks like a lot of the homes in Toronto that you'd see in the old York neighborhoods. But yeah, I would say that you'd really want to pay attention to stuff on this. Homes built before World War II have knob and tube wiring traditionally. I'd imagine these guys have probably fixed that. Otherwise, they've got some pretty dandy insurance that's hard to find because it's hard to insure non-grounded wire. Now, other than that, I think the home presents very well. It's got a big piece of land, 58 by 110. I think that's the biggest value factor on this one is the piece of property it's on. So 384.9, really nothing to compare it to. It's very different than a lot of stuff out there. I do like it though. I think that the price is fair for the size of the land, and if the home's in pretty good shape, could be doing pretty well. Robert Street, very, very rare. This one gets Chuck Pick of the day for sure. The last one that sold like this, if I remember correctly, was in the 400s. And so you've got a double car garage, you've got some landscaping. So it's a condo, it's $220 a month, but it's maintenance free. Okay, so you're right near downtown, it's a great location. The kitchen looks really, really good. You've got the upgraded hood here too. And yeah, just look at this. The hardwood floors, the moldings, the pot lights. It's very, very nice. Big master bedroom. There's 3 bedrooms in total. There's your ensuite, and you've got a finished basement here too. And what more can you say? It's just, in my eyes, perfect. It's beautiful. So, and I think the price looks great too. Now Turner Crescent or Turner Drive is at 464.9. And again, maybe a 2,200 square foot home. They've got it listed as a 5-bedroom. It's actually 4 bedrooms plus 1 in the basement. And this one's a very, very strong contender too. Beautiful looking floors here too. And so you've got an open concept design between the family room and what we consider the dining room. And then the kitchen is just off to the side here. And nice appliances. The master looks good. So they've really done a nice job on this one. And they finished the basement too. So you can't really go wrong. Wood deck here. 36 by 85 foot lot. I like it. At 464.9, if you're getting the family room where it's not above the garage, it's on the main floor, you're doing just fine. So 4 bedrooms upstairs. Excellent stuff. I really, really like that one. 278 Weston was listed in 2010. And if you remember, it's the kitchen with the wine fridge that's very prominent right here. Has some nice features to it. I find the pictures don't really tell me the story of whether or not it would be something worth seeing. What I'd want to know on this one is how big it is. And so it's 2240 square feet, all brick. I don't know. It's okay. I mean, I'd really think just at first glance, and that's all any of this review is, I would think it maybe belongs a little closer to 5. But anyhow, we'll see. In person, things can look a lot different. McLaughlin is at 534.8, and so this one's a little bit bigger than the last one. Very, very open concept here. I would have changed that hood fan. I talk about that a lot, how you got to match that up with your black or your stainless steel appliances. Great looking view just off to the side here. You get a barbecue, and same thing upstairs in your master bedroom. And so it says walkout here. WO stands for walkout, but I'm not seeing the actual walkout door. I see a nice window here, and then you've got the green space behind. So what I would be very curious about is what they're building here. Whenever you see empty land in Milton, assume the worst, okay, until you research, until you find out what's going on.
And I've mentioned my friend Colin Best, who does a lot of work on planning in town. So you can even reach out to him, colinbest.ca. You can reach out to me, and you can do all kinds of stuff to find out what's really happening there. You call the town of Milton, their planning department. They'll give you an idea of what the deal is. Okay, so 2360 square feet. Again, it would depend on what's coming around it. Valley View, 595, double car garage. One of the bigger lots you'll find in urban Milton, 60 by 160 foot lot, 3 bedroom plus 1 downstairs. Looks like they've done some work in the kitchen. Interesting home, definitely. There's a lot of clutter in here, so I think if they had have just lightened that up, it would have given a better impression, would have made the room look bigger. That makes things look cluttered. I would have liked to see solid doors here because it just would have made it a simpler look when you're sitting in the kitchen. And so the basement, same thing. They could have maybe jazzed this one up a little bit, repositioned a few things, given it some life. That would be a great home theater. There'd be a lot of great uses for that. And then you've got a bedroom downstairs. Walk out from one of the bedrooms, and there you go. Valley View is a great street. Nunn Court, I kind of wish these guys would just pull this one off the market and just avoid, because they're probably not going to do much at this price. So this is a home about 2,500 square feet. It's a wood lily model, very nice elevation. These models typically sell in the low fives, right? It has an upgraded location, which does help it, but I really don't think at 624.9 that they're really in the game. Now, hardwood floors, they've actually tiled what's traditionally the family room, so this whole area is tiled. So I could see someone wanting to change that, move it back to a hardwood or a carpet. They still have the appliances wrapped in the original coating. And then you can see some of the trees behind. Hopefully it has a good view here. If not, check the virtual tour and you'll see that's the back of the house and it backs onto green space. So there you go. So Nunn Court's a great street. It says it has no air conditioning, which in the big picture is not a big deal. Home like this, maybe 2,500 bucks, maybe 3,000 for a really good one. I just don't think that the size of the home, size of the lot, it's a 36-foot lot, really dictates that it should be up in that price range. Now, 12231 Second Line, it's way over a little bit west of Guelph Line, and I believe it's a little bit north of 20th Side Road. 919, I saw this home with a client, and the neat thing about some of the rural properties is they probably put about 200,000 into their garage. You can park 7 cars. So if you're a hobbyist, if you collect cars, there's this gorgeous 5-car garage, and then there's a 2-car garage attached to the home. There's a big barn. There's stables for horses. The lot actually goes in a T-shape, so the home is well set back from the road, and then you have all this land behind. It's a really beautiful piece of property. There's a pool there. It's very big, open concept, renovated kitchen. So I think this one on 41 acres, I've seen stuff for 30, 35 acres, and the house didn't look nearly as good, and it sold in the 8s. So I think this one actually has a lot of value. I think they did a good job preparing it and also pricing it. It's a great home. Wait for the photos. Now, Appleby is at $998, and so this one's 20 acres, and it's a 3-bedroom, 2-washroom. And even the house itself, I find, if you ever saw that one on Second Line, I think that the house on Second Line even looks a little bit nicer than this. Not to say this isn't nice, I just think Second Line competes better. Very unique in here, lots of very custom woodwork. That would be a beautiful room to sleep in. And so overall, I just think the house is bigger on the other property, more land, everything else. And the other thing, I'm not sure about this location. When you Google map it, it says it's around here somewhere. Now, I believe that is a demolition place for cars. Don't hold me to that. I think that's where it is. I know there's one on Appleby somewhere. So 998. I don't know if it's as strong a contender for me. Now Ennisclair is 1.175, 4-bedroom plus 1. It's absolutely beautiful inside. It's about a 2-acre property. Maybe a little bit more than 2 acres, renovated kitchen, and apparently you've got some adjacent land where you've got like 90 acres, and it says exclusive use. So I imagine the homes that surround it have the opportunity to play around in that area. look at that. I mean, that is just beautiful. And you've got your pond there, you've got your pool all set up, and I'll tell you, this home looks fabulous. So anyhow, take that for what it is. If you have any other questions, email, give us a call, and we'll be back tomorrow with another episode of Milton Daily Homes. Bye for now.